Richard, just what we were talking about before the break, and the sort of fallout from this and the disappointment. I suppose it'd be hard to sort of second guess the intentions of the Saudi overlords there at Newcastle. But for Eddie Howe, does there come a certain point where he might be under pressure, where they say, you know what, Eddie, you've done really well to take us to this point. Now we're going to look to upgrade and move on, and they might look at something like this as maybe a sign that it's the beginning of the end for Eddie Howe, or would that be an unfair interpretation of the job that he's done there?
I think it'd be very hard on him. I think he's done a really good job, and I don't think Newcastle are in a position that they're going to be a team that automatically qualifies for the Champions League year on year. I think they still have to improve their squad before that comes. They're probably still in a phase where they're 7th to 4th maybe in the Premier League. Whether Eddie Howe is the man to make them into a team that's 4th to 1st, I think that's when the difference comes. When if they qualify for the Champions League again, I wouldn't be surprised if they changed and thought, right, that's great, he's done a really good job. Now we're going to strengthen the squad, and we need a manager with the qualities of who's won the Champions League, who can win the Premier League, not just. And it's hard because you don't want to be disrespectful to Eddie Howe because he's done really well. But there is.
It's hard to fault really anything, much of what he's.
Yeah, it's like a couple of years ago, Everton were in a position where they were 16th and he got Ancelotti in. And it's like, Ancelotti's not a guy to be coaching that team. He's top 4.
Right.
So they needed someone to be that interim manager, and then you go for an Ancelotti or something like that. And that's where I think Newcastle are. They're obviously too good to go down. They're too good for the mid-table. But to get really onto that next level, there's only a few. There's not many of these managers who can really take you to the next level. And I think Eddie Howe's a great manager. I think he's done really well. But I don't think he has that sort of star quality to take them on. I think he's got the best out of Newcastle with the squad that he's got, with the tactics that he uses, and with the energy he's put into the team. But they need to be more composed at times. They need to be better and cleverer with the ball. They just need that next sort of star to really push them on.
But would he not argue, Damien, that hang on a minute here, I took this team from relegation places to 4th. Throw me a wad of money and I'll be the man to take you to 1st. What do you think?
I think you will argue that, but I think you'll struggle with that argument. I think Newcastle.
Really?
Yeah, I think. To explain why, I think Newcastle are a team that are going places, right? The ownership aren't the type of owners that are going to stand around and watch Newcastle finish kind of 8th, 9th, 10th. I think if results drop off, they will make a change of manager. Absolutely, they will be devastatingly ruthless in that. They'll thank Eddie Howe for everything that he's done, but I think they'll move on, especially if the right candidate becomes available. Newcastle are going to change, evolve, get better over the next number of years. If Eddie Howe can match what Newcastle want, then he'll stay in charge. But if results drop off, he's gone. I said when the takeover of Newcastle went through, I think I first said I thought Eddie Howe would be under pressure as a manager. Now, luckily for him, he's stepped up and he's delivered everything Newcastle. And he's overachieved, if anything, in what Newcastle want. But these owners aren't going to stand around and go, well, you did a great job for us, we're going to hang tough and we'll stick with you. Yeah. I think Eddie Howe over the next 6 to 10 games, if results don't improve and they don't stay in contact with the top 4, I think they'll make a change. Absolutely, I think they will.
That would be cruel on him, wouldn't it?
He's a victim of his own success. That's unfortunate for him. But like Damien says, Newcastle want to be in the Champions League every year.
Yeah.